Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for today's upload. Now we had this massive crash today which I do want to start talking about before we head over to the transfer list, and I'll explain to you guys what I did today. So let's begin here with the SBC that we got today, right? The Prem guaranteed Prem TOTS SBC. Now, I want to explain why this market crash happened. There's a few reasons why it happened and why I think it will rebound even higher than where it was previously. Now, FIFA is basically a menu game, starting from the end of the weekend league up to the next weekend league. There's not a lot of people that play this game, including me. I stopped Rivals, it's been almost a month and a half now. So, what happens is that a lot of inexperienced so called traders are in the game at the moment. A lot of them have joined Patreons, a lot of them are basically trying to trade now. So, for me, the most important part of trading is composure. Now, if you have composure, when a card that you invested on drops, let's say, drops 10k, what happens is that people start panicking. While you don't need to panic when this happens, because if you liked it then at that price, then you like it even more right now after it has dropped. So you just go ahead and buy some more. But inexperienced traders, they will start panicking and listing their cards and basically taking the loss. This is what happens every week when we have a big SBC that drops. Now, people invested until they had no coins left in their clubs, right? They had no coins at all left. And this SBC caught them by surprise. It caught them off guard. As I said a few uploads ago, that I thought EA would come up with that SBC on Tuesday just to bring that surprise to the market instead of a Thursday. And they basically did not do it on a Tuesday, but they did it on a Wednesday when nobody was expecting it. Even though we had Footwatch tweeting about the code that was entered yesterday, still people thought it would be on a Thursday. And because people were so heavily invested in terms of investments, they had to liquidate stuff just to get liquid to be able to complete that SBC, which is not a cheap SBC. It was 88 rated with one team of the season player, which is pretty much what I was expecting. And I kept telling you guys, and this is why I sold my 85s and 86 fodders, because I knew that this SBC would be very expensive. So people started selling. As soon as people started selling because they had no coins, other people that even had coins, they started panicking and they just started undercutting one another. And it got to a ridiculous point. And this is why I think I've spoken about this a few times to you guys, that I believe in the flush. When a lot of people get out of a trade at the same time, you get basically almost no more investments, and people that start buying this card is basically real demand for the card. And this is why I think we will have a huge rebound, but the market desperately needs coins. They need reward in order to maybe inject some coins in the market to be able to get those cards to rebound even more. Now, a lot of cards have already started rebounding, but the real rebound will come tonight or tomorrow morning when people will start opening their rewards. Now, here's the trading which I did. I basically sold all my 88 plus fodders which I had. You guys know I had a ton of them even in my transfer targets. I kept the 87s because a lot of them did not rise to where I was happy selling them. I kept the 86s because I still think at some point EA will come up with an SBC that will make those players rise, and I do think this will be tomorrow, because there's no way EA will let people open their ultimate team of the season pack and the elite packs and not basically suck coins off the market. This is something which just has to be done. And I do think tomorrow we're going to have a big time SBC to suck some coins off the market. So I kept those fodders because by now, a lot of people that had invested in fodders, they were thinking about the guaranteed PL TOTS SBC. And by now, a lot of people are already out of those. So I do think the 87s will rise. Even the ones that I had in my club that I had done a club stock on, I still have them all. I kept them in my club because there's basically no point of selling them because they did not rise all that much, and I do think they will rise even more. So you guys can see here with Koulibaly, I can basically make 10k off of this right now, but I'm holding. There's no point. I just sold the ones that were in my transfer list and in my transfer targets. Let's move over to the transfer list and I'll explain to you guys what I did. Basically, I cleared every sale that I had except a few that I wanted to share with you guys. Courtois, which I was telling you guys during the community team of the season that this card will rise a lot because of SBC and the links. And today we side with the SBC fodders. The ones that rose the most were from La Liga. And the reason being is that a lot of people used Courtois. A lot of people used Busquets as well. So I sold mine. I was buying Courtois at 79k. I had around 4 of him, which I ended up selling. And Busquets I was buying at 81 and 82. I had around 3 of him, so I sold them all. Now, as soon as that SBC dropped, I don't know if someone packed KDB or something of the sort, but somebody came in, a lazy buyer, and bought my Aguero at 256, which I'm happy about. Now, all of those cards listed at the moment, they were all bought previously, which I think I shared with you guys. I had bought a Salah at 115 as well, which is very good. The Agueros at 229. Thiago at 107, which is old investment. Now, the ones that I bought today, I bought a ton of cards, which I did not list in order to be able to show you guys. So I bought a mid Rui Costa at 103, which I do think I explained to you guys on the weekend league flips, rewards day flips upload, that I do like icons this week because people will use them to link their Prem players with the upcoming team of the season players, which is most probably either Serie A or the Bundesliga. Now I bought a Makelele last night at 100k on bids, which I thought was a huge discount. But today I managed to get him at 81 with a shadow, which is just crazy. I don't know if he has rebounded by now, but this is a card that usually sells a lot when the weekend league rewards are out. And the reason being is that he's a right wing, right mid, and people want to use Neymar on the left wing. And because of that, the rest of the players are all central. So people use Makelele as a CDM, but that is basically playing as a right mid in your lineup. I also bought a Crespo today, a baby Crespo at 102. Now, I bought a Thiago at 99k with a shadow. This is just insane. He's back up to around 120k, 115. But 99k with a shadow is crazy. Then I bought another one at 110 with a hunter and at 98 with a shadow, which I do think is huge. I bought a De Bruyne last night before going to bed at 210 with a hunter. I'm not sure how much he goes for at the moment. Then I bought a Fernandinho last night at 220 with a shadow. It was the cheapest on the market and the shadow was very important. And I do think this is a card that a lot of people will try to link the red player picks with. But today I managed to get him at 190 with a shadow, which is just huge. He's back up to 220. And then I bought one at 189 with an anchor. Now, here's some crazy deals. I got Havertz with a Hunter at 135, another one with a Hunter at 140. Now Havertz I've been buying every weekend and I've been able to lazy sell him and make profits on him every single weekend. I got a Brandt with a Hunter at 99k. It's just crazy. I don't know how much he goes for, but he must be somewhere around 130k by now. 140, this one was bought I think yesterday before going to bed. Here's another Havertz at 125. Then I bought six Munains at 99, 85, with the Hunter at 100, another with the Hunter at 95, and 110 and 95. So that 110 was bought yesterday. I do remember that one with a Hunter. But Munain, once more, it's a very popular card. I've been seeing his price rise every single rewards day. And he pretty much links to a lot of players, especially people that like to use La Liga teams. So I just told myself, this is just insane. Buying him at 85k, it's just crazy. Then I bought two Tielemans, which I've been speaking to you guys about, that a lot of people will try to link him. He strong links to De Bruyne. He strong links to Vardy, Soyuncu, who's also in the team of the season, Christian Fuchs as well. He is from the Prem as well, which is another advantage because people will always buy links to their red player picks. Then Moses Simon, he dropped. I saw him on the market at 180k, but at that time I did not have the coins. Then I sold some SBC fodders, which were listed. They sold, and I managed to get him at 220. I'm very interested to see how much he goes for at the moment. So we can see there's a 240k bid. This guy, I would not be surprised if he goes above 300k this weekend. So I'm gonna hold on to him. Then here's a crazy thing that happened. I had a Lozano, which I bought yesterday at 63, but today I saw him at 40. Then I saw him at 39. I don't know why, but I did not buy more. I just bought two at 40 and 41. And at the moment, he's around 50k. This is another card. If you look at the stats on this card, high-low work rates, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. This is a very good card. Very, very usable card. Once more, for this card to be at 40k, it's just insane in my opinion. This card, this Lozano card will rise definitely this weekend. Now, I got a few Pepes at 47. This 58 was bought yesterday before going to bed, but I got a couple. Even the 60 was bought yesterday, but I've got a few more which I bought at 47. Which is once more a link investment to people that will pack Aubameyang. Then I bought a few Icones at 105. I do think at 110 as well. That 165, it's a huge L which I bought yesterday night before going to bed, but that's okay because I managed to grab a few at 105 and 110. And then I got a few Lucas Moura. Now Lucas Moura is another player that people will love to put in their team this weekend, people that will pack Heung-min Son. There's also the fact that he's Brazilian, so he soft links to Neymar in case people want to do hybrids. So for me, it was a no-brainer to buy him. This one was bought last night at 110, but then I got a few, even one with a Hunter at 89 and another one at 86. And I bought a few Diabys, which once more at 24 and 25k. This is way too cheap. French links, Bundesliga. It's a player that usually rises a bit, but this time around I do think he will rise a bit more because he dropped so much that now people are just going to be interested to buy him. For me, if he goes at maybe 31, 32, I'd be happy to sell him there. Coins are always coins and profit is always profit. So there's no worries on that as well. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Now, one more thing which I've been doing recently is that before the next team of the season comes out, I've been investing in some chem styles. Now, I don't know how much they go for at the moment, but those team of the season cards are getting massive pace boosts, if this is something which you guys have noticed as well. And because of that, hunters are getting less used, right, on those cards. So I do think a lot of players are either lacking strength and a bit of pace, which makes a hawk very interesting. The other players are lacking a bit of finishing, which would be Deadeye, which once more I do think is a very good investment, and the sniper for composure. Now, Bundesliga players, all of them are lacking composure. I don't know why, but EA gives them very little composure compared to other leagues. So I did think about it that way, and I bought a few snipers as well. Now I bought the snipers for 300 coins, Deadeyes for 400, and Hawks for 750. So we'll see how that goes. This is a pretty good investment because once more, you don't need to be unassigned. You can have 500 of those and not be unassigned. So I bought those, which I wanted to share with you guys as well. Now, I did speak to you guys about buying and building your team, and I told you guys that at the end, when that guaranteed PL TOTS will come out, most of you guys will pack a goalkeeper. This is just the way EA does it. It's always like that. They will never give you the player that you were hoping you will get. And this is a really good deal. Mo Salah at 1.2. I wish I had the coins because I do think this is a snipe. This cannot be his price at the moment. So basically, even I packed a goalkeeper. So now a lot of people will wait for the red player picks before buying their teams. Now, I gave you guys the advice of buying them during the past 2 days, which I do think is something which was good. It was a good advice because those cards have really rebounded. This is crazy. There's a Mo Salah which was on the market for 100K undercut. So that's pretty crazy. But either way, if you guys built your team in the past 2 days, then you guys are saving a ton of coins. This is most probably the team that I will use depending on my red player picks. If I do pack someone really good from my red player picks, then it might change. But otherwise, I have a Douglas Costa in my transfer list. I've got a Henderson that I bought at 510 in my transfer list. And I've got a Mo Salah, which I bought at 115. But if you guys built your teams, then GG on that because you guys saved a ton of coins. I really don't expect those cards to drop anymore. The only ones that will drop are most probably defenders. In my opinion, defenders, goalkeepers, and the less desirable players. But the top tier cards like Aubameyang, Salah, and all of them, I really don't expect those cards to drop anymore. Now, this is the TP which I did today. Because I didn't really trade during the week. I just took some losses. So the actual profit is even higher than that. In terms of all time, I've now hit the 52.5 mil mark, which is something really good. I'm happy about. Now, I do think the market will rise a ton. So if you guys still want to invest, I do think there's a few players which are yet to rebound a lot. For me, a guy like Brandt is a guy who's really it's a really good investment in my opinion, and the reason being is that a lot of people are now hoping to build PL squads because of the Prem team of the season. But what will happen is that most probably those cards will rise so much that people will just settle for other leagues. And the Bundesliga, we don't know, but there's a lot of talk about the Bundesliga being in the team of the season. And I do not think, even if a midfielder is to come out, that it will be cheaper than 125k Brandt. This is just insane in my opinion. If you are able to invest in that card for 125k, I pretty much can tell you I'm very sure that this card will be at least somewhere around 150k within tomorrow. This is what I think, and this is why I invested on him. So this was just a quick update for you guys. If you guys were maybe panicking due to the market drop, do not panic. If you've got coins, just invest and you guys will make a lot of coins, because at the moment the market desperately needs rewards. It needs coin injections, and it will happen. By tomorrow you guys will see those cards flying. I'm pretty much sure. I'd be shocked if those cards do not rise at least 30 to 50k by tomorrow. So this is just something I wanted to share with you guys. If you appreciated the content, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.